right, so we'll be starting episode 3 today, and where we left off is at the farmhouse in Pleasant Valley after freezing halfway to death on the freezing cold of Timberwolf Mountain. So right now we're still at night, just waiting for daylight. And it sounds like it's a little bit windy outside. If only we could find
just a little bit. Didn't we find a farm to stay in?
Yeah,
isn't that
we're staying in the farmhouse right now. That's the one with the rattling windows.
Mm-hmm.
And now our next priority is we need to start finding some hunting weapons and some food. Because those of you who might be joining us and didn't really notice the difficulty settings we're on, this is equivalent to Interloper, except condition recovery is slower and we've got the manufactured tools and firearms available to us.
Mm-hmm.
So the traditional, so any of you familiar with Interloper from the Long Dark, the traditional Interloper method, especially in the early game of starving ourselves, won't work. As you can see, our condition is quite low, and if we starve ourselves, it'll just fall down even lower faster than we're gaining it back. I think I'd searched all this stuff. It looks like I have. So, but all I can do right now is just wait till it's light enough to properly see what the heck we're doing. Let's take another nap. Or not. There we go, that's better. Alright, so I think, Lance, you mentioned that you're not terribly familiar with this game so far.
Yeah, just vaguely. Basic premise, yeah. Surviving out in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
Oh, did we go in the basement before?
I don't recall. So
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I'm heading down here now. I definitely didn't search this first aid kit.
Here. Aha!
Oh, a bandage. That's could come in handy if we get if we find ourselves bleeding. Metal container. Anything good? Nope. Oh, replacement fuse. Gonna need that eventually. Yeah, need a pry bar. Need a pry bar for both those lockers, and I can't see a bloody thing. Apparently there's a file cabinet somewhere in the pitch black abyss to search. Whoops. So
open up!
Hopefully we'll find something in here. Certainly not going to find anything loose right now until I can actually see.
Almost feels like we need a match at least.
Wait, what have we got here? What? Anything in here? Flare shell. Excellent. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Stress pistol.
Useful,
I'd like to
useful.
See if there's, hoping that there's more than just one flare shell in there, but unfortunately I can't really see down here. Might want to try re-exploring this place when we've found ourselves a light source, like a lantern or something. Because I'm sure there's several things down here we probably missed, just because we can't see it in the black abyss of nothing.
Right.
Other than that, I think we've pretty much got this area cleaned out. I'm just going to leave some stuff that we can't really do much with yet.
Fair enough.
In storage. Oh, actually, I want to put that green birch sapling down. Because we're going to want to get that curing. Yeah, I'm probably going to set this up as our main base camp for while we're in Pleasant Valley. It's pretty good location. Oh, we got some lamp fuel. We just don't have a lamp to fuel it with.
Yet.
Oh wait, we do have a lantern.
Oh, we might need to go over the the inventory so far, just in case.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got more sticks than what we really need to be lugging around. We don't really need to be carrying all of these books around with us all at once. That's just getting a little bit heavy. Probably prioritize, the cooking and the harvesting first. Because first of all, we don't have any pistols yet, a revolver yet, for one thing, and for another thing, these ones here, the skills do tend to go up fairly quickly. So if you're wanting to take advantage of the books, you really need to be on them early to get that extra boost to bring it up even faster still. Just gonna just go in here, see if there's any no pants. I think the wool shirt. I think I was wanting to hang on to that and see if it's better than the plaid shirt once I've had a chance to stitch it up a bit. Alright, is there anything else I'm wanting to hang on to? Not really. The rest is... Okay, don't need to carry that around everywhere. And the rest of all stuff we're actively wearing, except for this, which I'm wanting to repair when we got a spare moment.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, don't need to carry all of this firewood around with us either. We can start collecting a stockpile of it up in here. Now, sticks are one of those things where usually find they're so handy to have around that usually I'll be just kind of scooping them up as I go, while exploring. And this stuff here, we don't really need to carry that around with us everywhere we go. It's good to know that we have it, but I can go ahead and leave it here for when we're ready to do something with it.
Potatoes.
Yep. A couple of them. Probably find a few more of them laying around this region. Oh, looks like it's a pretty decent day out today.
So I vaguely remember we saw wolves in this area before going in the house.
Yeah, I was so hungry. They would have been over on that field there, and is where we went past them.
I think so. Is that a deer?
Yes, that would be. It looks like a doe. If only I had a bow and arrow or a hunting rifle or something I could shoot it with.
Right.
I mean, there's a tiny chance you can hit and kill something with a distress pistol, but that's more down, like, no matter what skill level you're at in your aim, this thing is so inaccurate, that's more down to luck than anything. So, I'd rather save the flare shells for, if we're dealing with, like, a bear charging at us or something. A little bit more serious. And that is kind of our last-ditch effort to bail ourselves out of getting ourselves killed.
Not dying would be preferable, for sure.
Yeah. Sadly, nothing in this thing. There usually isn't, but you never know. A couple of rabbits. Again, if I had... I wonder, do I have any rocks on me? Oops, wrong. Oh, I do have a few rocks. I could hunt some rabbits if I wanted to. Do I have... I think I found a hunting knife. Yeah, I did. So, yeah, we could hunt some rabbits. That would actually be good for two things. One, getting ourselves some meat. And two is the rabbit parts. We get those start curing, and eventually they'll make ourselves some, better clothing.
Good food.
Ah, missed.
Ah, there's multiple rabbits.
Yep. And it is freaking cold. There we go.
Got him!
Yeah, now this is going to be a bit brutal, but
No!
As Les Stroud, Survivor Man always says, when it comes to survival, all creatures are fair game.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest, and I need me fits.
Yeah. And yes, I heard that wolf howling. It sounded like it was coming from over that way, which would be the wolves we already know
what's
about.
in the cabin? Or you want to get that other rabbit first?
Yeah, I want to get this rabbit here first. Right between the eyes.
No, I'm just kidding. If this was Bugs, Bunny, we wouldn't have caught him.
No.
Huh.
That was the first one I got. I just dropped it down so that we're not stinky. Because for those of you who aren't familiar with the Long Dark, you know, the wildlife doesn't just rely on their eyes. Wolves can also smell you out, especially if you're carrying a bunch of stinky stuff that smells good to them, like meat.
Ah. Makes sense.
So if you're carrying a couple of dead rabbits around with you, you're going to be attracting half the wolves in the region around eventually, depending on how many you've got. And how you can tell that is going to push tab to bring up the extended HUD. And as you can see those pair of wavy lines with a third ghosted outline. That's meant to give you a bit of an idea of how much stinky stuff you're carrying right now. If I drop I just dropped one of the rabbits. You see it's gone down to one line. And that, by the way, isn't like a hard step thing. So, I mean, even if you have 0 lines showing, if you picked up something that's just slightly stinky, you're still going to be stinky. It's just not enough to register on that meter yet.
Right.
So, that's one thing to bear in mind with this. For now, though, the thing we're going to be dealing with is getting some meat off of this bunny's bones.
Skin that rabbit.
I thought I'd be dying from starvation.
Well, fortunately, we've got some food coming for you soon there, buddy. Now, what'll... is that another hacksaw? It is. Well, it's raining hacksaws now. Looks like I didn't pull any torches out of any of the previous fires we started, so we're stuck on an 80% chance of success. 1 in 5 that we waste a match. Now, this time I'll try to remember to pull some torches out of this fire, because that way it'll still be an 80% chance to successfully start our next fire, but at least we can use the match to light up a torch and then use the torch for unlimited attempts to light up our fire. There we go, and we got 2 cooking slots, so whenever we got a spare slot, might as well get some water going. Alright, let's get a little more going to this fire, and there we go, that should be good for now.
Nice and
toasty. Oh, this guy's a little bit of a bigger bunny.
Ah.
So we'll start with getting the meat and the guts, and we'll pick up the rabbit skin later.
Oh, is that a flare, or are you just making room?
Oh, that is actually a flare. I didn't even see that.
Neat. I helped.
Yes, you did. Things like that are kind of hard to see in there, just because of all the visual noise caused by all the straw scattered about.
Yeah. Plus, the lighting situation ain't the best.
Yeah. There we go. We're no longer starving.
Hooray.
What? Didn't mean to do that. I was actually looking for a small piece to put in there to cook that up. Well, where did the other one go? There we go. Got camouflaged in that plank. And so after this, what I'm going to be looking to do is a little bit more fire going. And that should do.
Fire, fire, fire.
We're going to finish harvesting up this bunny, and then we're going to probably head out and take a look at that barn that was off to our
Getting kind of thirsty.
to our left when we were coming in. Oh, do I have? Okay, I have a torch. Oh, I have a book. I can. Not ideal to use a book in that way, but less ideal to have the fire go out before the rabbits finished cooking.
Be very, very quiet. We're eating rabbit.
And now, it's just gonna need to wait a little while for these two things here to finish curing.
Okay.
And then eventually we can try making ourselves either a rabbit skin hat or some, rabbit skin mitts. Either of which will be significantly warmer than what we've currently got. Well, actually, the wool mitts aren't bad, but the rabbit skin are still warmer by a fair margin. Looks like
Sticks. Lots of sticks.
looks like Pleasant Valley's weather is being as pleasantly crappy as it usually is.
Is that a bridge or... It looks like a bridge.
That would be a bridge.
In a car.
Yeah. And we'll see if there's anything interesting in that car.
Gun. Please be gun.
That would be nice. And of course, if there's any in the trunk, we won't know until... Oh, that's useful.
Andy.
Useful, useful.
Yeah, that'll help us improve our skill at fixing up our clothes. And we definitely need to improve that. Oh, this will be useful when
Weigh me
we...
down.
Battery.
Yeah, that'll be very useful. Because...
What can we use car batteries for in this?
Two things. One is fixing radio towers that start out with a broken battery in them. Second thing we can use car batteries for is with a hacksaw we can break them down into lead and then use the lead at a gunsmithing workbench to make new bullets, which we can also at a gunsmithing workbench use those bullets
What was that,
plus...
Off
Austin,
to the
what
right.
was it you heard? What?
I thought I saw a deer on the right side of the road.
Could have been. I think there can sometimes be deer over around that area.
Yeah, you just...
Oh, yeah.
See him?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and a cabin.
Yeah,
Or shed.
Yeah, another doe. Maybe we'll call, this doe Ray. And the first one, or maybe we'll call the first one Ray and this one me.
I can't wait for fall. Oh, a dead
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
And some crow feathers. These will be useful later on for... Oh,
More
here we
stick.
go.
Oh, hello,
Here
baby.
we go. And I think we do have one bullet for this thing. Just one.
Hopefully more.
This food.
And food.
Peaches. Peaches, 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 peaches,
Pinnacle.
peaches.
Not just any peaches. Pinnacle peaches.
Ah.
They are the top.
Is that an actual name brand in Canada?
No, that's fictional to this game.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. So, I think
Either way, we found
canonically
peaches,
it's...
my Georgian heart sings.
Yeah, I think canonically the peaches, pinnacle peaches, are a Great Bear specific one. Here's another deer up there. That one, I think, might actually be a buck.
It is.
Yeah, it's just
Wait,
hard to
do
tell.
we have? Can we check and see if we have that bullet for the hunting rifle?
Yes, we can. I'll just
Can't feel my hands.
cycle through to it. We have one shot
Ooh.
right now.
Should we save that for defense?
I would say so right now. Defense or staving off deadly starvation.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, that bullet would be kill something to prevent ourselves from starving to death. And the flare
Or
shell
dying
would
to
be
death.
defense if something's charging us. And speaking of defense, I need some defense against freezing to death, which we're getting close to doing.
Is that the same? That's not the same farm we were at before, is it?
No, that's a different one. That's actually our destination. Gonna check out down there. In fact, I was actually hoping we might find the hunting rifle or something like that in there, but ended up finding it a little bit sooner.
Hey, the
On
sooner
that,
the better.
You know, on that little detour. Okay, this car apparently has no battery. Oh, but the trunk's not locked.
Good.
Nothing in it,
There are
though,
no
but-
bullets.
Nope. Nothing whatsoever in it. Now we're back into hypothermia risk, so our condition will be continuously going down, and the hypothermia risk will be continuously going up until we hit full-blown hypothermia. And that will be a huge pain to deal with right now if we let it get to that. It's pretty much will be holed up in whatever nearest warm building we can find.
Probably
For
the barn,
an
I would
entire
think,
day.
maybe. What's that?
I could use that.
paint?
Spray paint. A lot of veteran Long Dart players underestimate the value of that spray paint, because I find it useful both to mark off points of interest that you've already explored. And yeah, there's a wolf right over there. And also find it useful in certain areas to be able to mark off, mark where you've left stuff, which will show up on your map, or mark, safe passages, or a direction you might want to head in, such as, for example, the direction you need to go to safely reach this red barn in the event of poor visibility, such as a blizzard.
Alright, what do we got?
Well, first we got cloth, and that tray's got nothing in it.
Hopefully a burn barrel or something in here.
Yeah, there is one.
Aha!
Although we are warm, even without that. The main thing we need that for is
Cooking or
yes.
severe.
Yeah, something we were wanting to cook, or we're needing to make some more water. But yeah, we got like 4.35 liters of water. That's plenty.
Got a baseball hat? Or scarf. How is that compared to the scarf we're wearing now?
Only better if it's better condition, and it is tiny bit. Just a tiny incremental improvement, but I'll take it.
Hey, every little bit makes a difference.
Too much stuff to carry.
It's actually about roughly equivalent to our improvised head wrap.
Okay.
Well, I've actually read this note about a million times now, but I'll leave it on the screen for a moment. If any of you want to read it, you can pause the video and read it. I find these backer notes are quite interesting. They kind of give you a bit of a story to the survival mode, which doesn't really have a story beyond what you make up for yourself.
Mhm.
You know, of course, whenever Hinterland releases the 5th and final episode of their Wintermute story, we will definitely be coming back to this game to play through that entire story from start to finish, you know, together. For now, though, our goal is gear up and get ourselves over to the far territory so we can check out the new DLC. Oh, another skill
More
book.
paint.
Yeah. Keep it in the paint. Now, if only we had a pry bar. That's
What's that on the shelf?
Some dusting sulfur.
What can we use that for?
If we can find some stump remover, we can combine it with stump remover.
Something's got to go.
And, oh, there we go. That's useful. We just tripled the number of shots we have.
Nice.
Okay, this is something new. Oh, that's for the far... That's some of the latest far territory stuff. It's actually the first canister I've found in this game. So... Oh, whetstone. Oh my god! We're just getting bombarded with hacksaws. Getting
Yeah,
so
I
many of
remember
them.
us getting a few last time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, more. The driving gloves, those are kind of crap. They're useful to break them down into some, more cured leather. But the matches, though, that's a definite hello.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
They're
of,
fine.
we might need to use one to eat something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid letting my guy starve right now just because we're so low on condition.
Right.
Actually, we could use a bit of food and water. Maybe we'll have a can of the Summit soda.
That's probably a ginger ale or Mountain Dew type from the looks of it.
Yeah, it will be a Mountain Dew surrogate. Now this one, Stacy's Great. It's actually named after one of the early, famous Long Dark players, Stacy, who I don't know if she still does the Long Dark. I never did get a chance to see her Let's Plays of it because I didn't find out about the Long Dark until much, much later. I don't think exploring is a good idea yet.
You saw a wolf?
No. I saw her temperature and realized we hadn't warmed up enough yet.
Ooh.
One thing we could do, potentially, is going to double check. Yeah, we could cook up these pinnacle peaches.
Yes.
That'll give us some more food and give us some practice on our cooking skill. Actually, this time I'm going to start the fire the smart way. That's use the match on the torch, which is a guaranteed successful light. Now I can use the torch to light the fire. And so now we're guaranteed, no matter how many tries it takes, we're guaranteed to only need one match to start this fire.
Come on. Come on.
Wunderbar.
And
All right.
of course, getting it on the first try is still handy because that just means we didn't need to waste more condition on our torch. Again, we've got 2 slots. Might as well get some water going. We're eventually going to need it regardless. There we go. Alright, that's going to cost us a little condition on our knife, I believe. Which is not ideal. But what can you do?
Nice and toasty.
You know, peaches, one of the things I like about them is they're another one of those foods that gives us both. It gives us both, calories and water. Let me see if there's.
Ah, good, good.
Yeah, I think I'll get some some reishi mushrooms around. Like cooked reishi tea. So that might be a useful thing to have on hand in case we ever get anything like food poisoning. We can limit the damage. And holy crap, we're still not warm even after all of that.
Sheesh.
May as well, before we head outside, get our spare bullets in there.
Ah. Sounds like freedom.
And then get over to our defensive weapon for now.
Okay, so there were two other little sheds around here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of them is just over that hill. And then there's also there's also a couple of them back that way. We already explored one of them.
Yeah, and then there were another two that looked similar.
Yeah, right now I've got my sight set on that birch grove just on the other side of that wolf.
Is that a direction we kind of want to veer towards or not yet?
Yeah, it is. Because
what about the two sheds?
Because I'm wanting to get ourselves... Oh, nice, we're actually warming up in here. Maybe I'll take advantage of that. To warm up a little bit while mapping. And now, so my goal is to head over to that birch grove over there. Of course, giving the wolf a wide berth.
So how much room do we have in our inventory left? Because he kept saying, hey, I'm getting loaded down.
Oh yeah, we are starting to get a bit heavy, but we got... but, I mean, it's not something we're about to get incapacitated by it anytime soon. We can still run. But what I'm looking for right now is some birch bark. Because get enough birch bark, we can start making ourselves some birch bark tea. That'll help our conditions start recovering a little bit faster.
That's good too. I was thinking fire.
Well, yeah, birch bark is also useful as as tinder, but we got plenty of other tinder like cattail heads and stuff like that, so we don't need the birch bark to burn the birch bark. And I'm not liking this weather either. And I'm not liking that. That means there's probably a moose around here somewhere. And that's, a complication we don't need right now.
More bunnies.
Yep. Don't really plan on hunting those ones because they're kind of in a bit of an inconvenient area with wolves nearby.
Yeah.
And getting stinky with those guys will be attracting some of the kind of attention we don't want.
Yeah. Some nasty customers.
Yep. So I'll stick with the plan, which is pick up some birch bark, warm up as needed. Hopefully we can just go ahead and grab some birch bark and then dash back across over to our farmhouse. Looks like some dude that didn't make it. But we are hovering on the edge of being like that right now. Looks like there's another dude that didn't make it.
Hello?
I'm not liking this weather here. Might have to ditch the birch bark mission for another time. So it's getting...
Oh, is that some right there?
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another one off to the a little bit to the right too.
Yep. Along with a stick, which, like I said, I'll be picking up a few of those whenever I get the chance. Because it's always useful to have some extra fuel around.
Oh yeah.
You never know when you need to start up an
Someplace to escape
emergency
this
fire.
cold.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Definitely need to escape this cold very soon.
Very chilly.
Just wanting to grab whatever birch bark we can get before heading back across. Looks like we got a nice rich area here. 3.
Nice, nice, nice. Very nice, very nice. Whoa!
Oh boy! Now that is one of the guys I'm
Trouble. That is trouble.
That is one of the reasons why I'm, saving that flare shot. Is if he comes after us.
Can you duck and hide in one of them tractors?
I can if I have to. So far we're keeping ahead of him. So right now I'll just keep moving because not that, but also I'm not liking this weather. I don't want to risk getting stranded out here in the middle of a blizzard, which looks like one is starting to set in.
Where was the barn at, or did you already passed through?
The barn is on the other side of that hill, where we'd have to make our way right past a wolf, which isn't a good idea. So for now, I'm just going to be hoofing it as fast as I can. I'm going to check if we have any coal, which sadly we don't. And I could have started up a really hot coal blaze. Although one option...
What's that up on the hill to the right?
Looks like some rocks.
Okay.
Well, one option, I just realized... Oh, I'm actually warming up out of the wind. So let's first... Let's remember to follow our best practices.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I could do is cook up some, like a hot tea or something. And get that warming up benefit going to interrupt the...
Come on.
What do you call it? Hyperthermia progression.
Yeah.
That's done.
Okay, looks like we've got that, and waiting for that to cook. I'll begin preparing some of the well, shoot! That was not what I wanted to do. And that just wasted a whole lot of time. That was purely a misclick. I just might as well get the birch bark tea cooking now that it's ready.
And I'm assuming the bear has ceased pursuit at this point?
Yeah. And yeah, now we're in the middle of a blizzard.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, I am pretty familiar with this area, but we're going to be getting cold fast.
Yeah. Definitely gonna need to duck into the nearest type of shelter.
This road I know would take us almost to the farmhouse, but if I keep heading this way, we'll eventually reach our farmhouse. What I'm looking for next would be either a shed or a specific hill. Which, if I keep going straight, we'll eventually come to one or the other of those. Meanwhile, I just have to step forward on blind faith that I'm going in the right direction. Yep. Can't see their
That
feet
don't
either.
sound
So I'm not surprised you can't feel them.
Yeah, no kidding. Ah, where's my feet?
Okay, so this, I believe, is the hill we were looking for.
What's your why I feel so tired?
That's not quite the hill we're looking for. And a little bit too far over.
Too cold to think.
Here's the river we were looking for.
Ah,
Yeah, this went a little bit too far to the right from what I was expecting, but
Horse.
I do recognize this area, so we should be seeing the farmhouse pretty soon. Looks like we're in
hopefully.
looks like right now we're in the orchard that the wolf was in earlier. Of course, right now the wolf's in hiding from the blizzard.
Yeah, the wolf's being smart. But then again, we ain't exactly got a choice.
Yeah, we got caught in it. Yeah, because we actually were making our way back, we just got caught in it before we could reach our destination. Yeah, that would be Silo, so we're almost there.
Home! Home!
The swing set.
House!
The fire pit. And the house.
Sweet relief.
Oh boy.
Now, what is going to be the best way to heat up? Stove?
I would say
bed.
laying in bed. A nice warm bed will help. I mean, we're already above the freezing point now, just from getting inside. So I think first things first, let's finish preparing the rest of our birch bark. There we go. Hypothermia risk is healed. For some food. Go ahead and get some of this. And I'm not going to take a chance on anything lower condition than like either of these two things right now. Kind of too far on the brink. But I will have a cup of this birch bark tea. And maybe a couple of cattails to get our calories high enough that we're going to be good to go for the night. There we go. Top up the old water and get some much needed condition recovery.
Yeah, aka sleep.
Yep. Oh boy.
Is it dark?
So, yes it is. Pitch black. And yes, I'm seeing just nothing but a black screen too.
Might want to sleep like another 2 hours, maybe.
By the looks of our eyeball meter there, we could probably get 3 hours, maybe slightly more than 3. If I were to set this for 4, we probably wouldn't get the full 4. Probably be like 3 and a bit, like maybe 3¼ hours or something. But by that time, it's close to daylight. And with that, will be another day in the long dark,
Mm-hmm.
bringing us to a close to the end of episode 3. This has been Seriously Unserious, joined by Lance Corporal Hawk on ControllerHogZ, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Long Dark.